haven't seen. There you go. Okay.
That's good.
So I'll give the control to our VPE to open the meeting.
All right. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Pippins. All right, fantastic, everyone. We are here again on a fantastic Sunday evening or Sunday morning for some people. So happy Easter for those who celebrate it as well. And again, thank you for coming. It looks like we have a couple new people here, or even just guests. Let me look around the room for our guests. Daryl, welcome. You want to give us a 20-second introduction to who you are and why are you here?
Yeah, so my name is Daryl. Uh, I want to join with Toastmaster, but for now, maybe I can just try, and maybe I will join with Toastmaster in Bali.
Fantastic. There are a lot of many great clubs in Bali. And Bhinneka, the one you're at today, is all over Indonesia and the world. So welcome. I'm glad you're here. All right. So we have a lot of first times as well. Again, according to Toastmasters, it's this great club where you get to speak and try to do your best and, in a very comfortable educational atmosphere. And today we're going to have three different sections. Again, our prepared speakers, where you're going to hear three speakers speak, and we're going to have our table topics. So that might be you getting a chance to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. And of course, our evaluation section, which is the one where it gives feedback to the speakers that spoke today. And I want for you all to welcome our first time Tom. She is going to take over this meeting. And again, she's really excited. And I look forward to hearing how she does throughout the meeting. So let's welcome our Tom Toastmaster, Lila.
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah, you have a little feedback going on in the background, but you're audible.
Oh, all right. So let me greet you. I'm a little bit nervous because this is the first time for me to be Toastmaster of the day. Oh my God. I couldn't sleep last night because I think, how do I prepare well? How do I deliver well? Will it be running well? And unfortunately, yeah, I said, I'm ready. Let's rock it. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Bhinneka Online Toastmaster, where this is the online club of Toastmaster, the only one online club in Asia. Okay, Bhinneka Online Club Toastmaster have three values as simple as A, B, C. A is appreciate our club members. B, building each other up, and C, celebrate our success. And guys, hopefully you will enjoy our meeting for tonight. And I would like to greet every one of you, members or non-members of Toastmaster. Okay, for tonight's meeting, we have theme April Fools. So this is the first week of April. Any one of you have gotten your April Fools, or you have made any pranks on this during these 4 days, maybe around these 4 days? Any one of you? Hands up? No. Nobody? Oh, well, it's okay because I never, I didn't get, also I don't get. But 2 years ago, I did. I got from my friend, and it was the horrible pranks I ever got. And the word of the day is a prank. So, wait, this is difficult for me because I don't use my laptop. So I have to see. Oh, okay. I think let me explain our session for tonight. In Bhinneka Online Toastmaster, we have three sections. The first is prepare speech. The second is table topic session. And the third is evaluation. And for tonight, of course, we need some tips to make our meetings running well. We have our general evaluator, Eric Justin from MBTC. Really, thank you for your coming and your helping. and he will introduce his teams for tonight. And I will give the control to Eric. The screen is yours.
Thank you, Lalita. Did I say your name right? Lalita?
Laila.
Lila.
Yeah.
The words are so tiny on my screen, I can barely read. So this is my first time as a guest GE at this club. I'm really excited to be here. I would like to welcome to the stage our all counter, Puspita, so she can tell us about her role.
Hi everyone. So the purpose of the all counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sound including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase, such as I, or this means, and at the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used this expression. Thank you.
Thank you, Puspita. Next, we have our grammarian, Fatma. Please welcome Fatma to the stage. Can I see a applause like this or like that so we can get some energy in the room? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, my name is Fatma Jana. This is my first time attending the Bhinneka Toastmasters meeting, and I will be the guest grammarian. My duty will be to note down some things that could happen when you speak, especially in terms of grammar. And then by the end of the session, I will report some of the things. For example, mispronunciation or some special quote or extra phrases that we can have, that we can learn something new. And also, there are some things that may be mistakes in your speech. So in terms of grammatically, but it doesn't mean that I'm a geek in terms of words and stuff, but I also learn. So here we learn together. And I think usually we have word of the day, but I'm not sure about the meeting. But with us, but I think I can also give a word of the day. So the purpose of word of the day is for us to learn a new word and then to try to use that word when you speak. And for today, the word of the day is prank. Is that when? Yes. So prank means it's a practical joke. It's something that you do to your friends or your family that you think it's something real, but actually it is not. Like you prank your friend, like saying, I really love you, but the fact is you don't really love your friend. Or some other prank can be like you use a toothpaste in a cookie sandwich and then give it to your friend. And when your friend eats it, they realize it's a toothpaste in it. It is a prank. So the purpose is for you to have fun and to just make some joke with your friends, or it can be for your family as well. But the purpose is for you to have fun, and it can be also done during the April Fools. So have you got prank from your friends or anyone else? So yeah, let's try to have some prank words in your speech if you can, and then I will note down if you do that. And if you also notice that someone says prank in their speech, maybe you can say you can do like this or like this to just note down that someone used the word of the day. All right, I think that's all from me. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Fatma. I hope no one pulls a prank on me. Let's have the timer, Melita. Let's give her a round of applause, however you do that. Melita, welcome to the stage.
All right. Good evening, everyone. As a guest timer, it is my job to count your time. I will change my background for real, and it's not a prank. If you see my background change to green, it means for you prepared speaker, 5 to 7 minutes. For table topic speaker, it's 1 to 2 minutes. For evaluator, speakers 2 to 3 minutes. By the time I'm changing my background into green, it means that you have reached the minimum time, right? And then if I change my background to yellow, prepare speech, it means 6 minutes. Table topic speaker, it means 1 minute and 30 seconds. Evaluator, it means 2 minutes. And if I changing my background into red, it means you have reached your maximum speed and you need to wrap up your speech. For prepare speech, carefully, this is the time that you need to wrap up your speech. It means 7 minutes. Table topic speakers, it means 2 minutes. And for evaluator, it means 3 minutes. All right, I think that's all. And I'm gonna type in the chat box after each speaker has done. And back to you, Eric.
Thank you, Lita. No pranks there.
Nope.
Do we need to introduce the ballot counter?
Sure.
Okay, let's have Punwanto. Did I say that right?
Yes,
want
that's
to.
right.
Punwanto.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
Okay.
stage. Please tell us about your role and what you'll be doing tonight.
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for coming to this meeting. Yeah, today I will be the ballot counter as well. So I almost forget about that because as I know, I'm a Zoom host, but I almost forget about the ballot counter. So in every meeting, we want to convince, we want to push every members to give the best in their speeches. That's why in this ballot counter, I will give a polling paper, the electronic one. So all of you need to vote for the best prepared speaker, the best evaluator, and the best table topic speaker. So don't worry about that. It's really easy. And you just need to check who you think the best speaker. I think that's all from me. Back to GE.
Thank you very much. What a wonderful team. I'm so glad to be working with you all. I'll be back at the end of the meeting to give a report about the overall meeting. And now we're back to the Tom to introduce our evaluators and speakers.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I think the word of today is prank, and prank lately become more famous. I have seen so many prank content in YouTube. There's so many YouTubers that do content. I think some of you might be familiar with this, right? I think prank is not only booming in Indonesia but also overseas. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, now let's come to the first session of our meeting, that is prepare speech. So the first speaker for tonight is Lolita Matos. She will present level 1, project 1, Pathways Visionary Communications with length 4 till 6 minutes. She really loves swimming and doing any sport that can increase the healthy body, and she really loves color mandalas. Let's welcome Lolita with the title, We Are All Here for a Reason. We are all here for a reason. Lolita Matos, the screen is yours.
Okay, before you start the timer, may I preface it with something quickly? My speech, it actually, the title is We Are All Here for a Reason, We Just May Not Know It Yet. And the reason why I want to preface it is because my speech is not meant to be depressing or me wanting to receive any sympathy. It's actually a form of therapy, and it's the first time that I've been able to express this for a really long time. And you guys are my first audience, okay?
Yeah, I think Laila, before we start, I think I need to read about the purpose statement as well. So let me read the purpose statement for Lolita.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Lolita is doing her Pathway Visionary Communication, is level 1, project 1, icebreaker. And her title is We Are All Here for a Reason. And then she added something. So we are all here for a reason, Lolita Matos. Lolita Matos, we are all here for a reason.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay. I come from one of those small towns where if you didn't get out after high school, then chances are that you were stuck there for life. My life has been stricken with tragedy since the day of my birth. I was born 3 months premature and was told that a priest was summoned to give me my death rites, but I lived, obviously. While growing up, I was extremely underprivileged. I was very shy and never caused problems, but was often bullied. However, deep down inside, I knew that it was because of these obstacles I had to work harder and be smarter. Back then, my savior was books. I read anything and everything, including the telephone book and the dictionary. And I remember summer evenings when we had to go to bed early, lights out, and I used to cry because I couldn't finish my book. And so I took advantage of every chance that I got to read. I even remember reading by the light of a full moon. My favorite stories were of exotic, faraway lands, and I used to imagine myself traveling to these places and learning about the different cultures. Coincidentally, one of my favorite stories was set in Java. I don't remember the title of the book, but I remember being fascinated by the culture, and well, here I am. In high school, I shed my shyness and became one of the top 10 in my class. I was captain and president of various organizations, but it was short-lived. Due to a dark personal event, I started mixing with the wrong crowd and became very self-destructive. Everything that was positive in my life ceased to exist. Despite these downfalls, I still graduated from high school and received a first-year scholarship to Northeastern University in Boston, Massachusetts. And with no direction, I completed university and graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering. Upon graduation, there were no jobs for entry-level engineers at that time, so I took a temporary job as a substitute teacher at my local high school, the very place that I did not want to end up in. I excelled at teaching and realized that it was my calling. Eventually, I was offered a job at a prestigious private school outside of my hometown and worked there happily for 15 years. It was during this time that I met my late husband, Jim. He was in the military, was quite the stand-up guy and loved by many. Our story is no fairy tale. We were definitely meant to be together. Sadly, he died in a tragic motorcycle accident in 2008. In 2006, 2 years prior to his death, we lost our son while I was pregnant in the second trimester. It was only 2 months after that, Jim was deployed to Iraq. And while he was overseas, I had to find another place for us to live so that his parents could move into our tiny house. But that's another story. So, and then the realization set in. In the space of 2 years, I dealt with the loss of my son, the loss of my home, and the loss of my husband. It was only through therapy, many therapies, and, oh my God, sorry. I'm gonna lose this. It was only through many support groups and different therapies that I was able to function daily. I began a super strict workout regimen and eventually became a triathlete. In one summer, I did 3 triathlon sprints and a 1-mile swim during a half Ironman, but there was a downside. Every single thing I did was extreme. There was no middle. I went from depths of despair to abnormal euphoria by exercising like a maniac. There was no rest for the weary, but life goes on. It was a beautiful day in June 2010 when I pulled into the parking lot of my school and looked up at the windows to my classroom. I got this overwhelming feeling that I knew that my time there had ended. I handed in my letter of resignation that day, and later when I sat down at my desk, I realized I had just quit my job without having another one lined up. I immediately thought about how I've always wanted to travel abroad and knew that this was the perfect time to search. I went to a last-minute international job fair in July 2010, and was offered interviews from 4 international schools. I finally received a phone call from the American school in Damascus, and it was caught off guard when they needed an answer the very next day. I only had 24 hours to think about uprooting my entire life. The next day, I made the commitment and said yes, and my life changed overnight. Although considered one of the most dangerous places in the world, Syria is by far the most beautiful place I have ever lived. During my first year there, a skirmish in a faraway village was sparked in the spring of 2011. Many local teachers immediately stated that it was the beginning of the end. For the summer break, many of us traveled to our homelands. After the break, some of us came back while others chose to stay home. Going home for Christmas break was a nightmare. Americans and Canadians were not allowed to fly out of Damascus, so we had to travel in the middle of the night and go through the mountains that divided Syria and Lebanon. Going back to Syria after Christmas break was difficult. I had learned mid-travel that a bomb in Damascus had been detonated 2 blocks away from my home. It was only a matter of time before we were forced to evacuate. Back to home, sweet home, not for me. I was offered a job at the American School of Beirut just 2 days before leaving Damascus. I flew home from the Middle East, saw my family for 2 days, and then immediately flew back and began teaching just 1 day after my arrival. What was supposed to be a temporary post ended up being a 3.5-year assignment, and now here I am in Indonesia. So this is my story in a nutshell. I could tell you the details in between, but I can guarantee that some of you would not believe me, and I say that for the sheer fact that what I have told you so far doesn't even the surface of what I have endured. I used to ask God every day, actually no, still, why didn't you just let me die at birth? You could have saved me so much pain and suffering. I still have yet to find out the answer to that question. The only thing I can think of is that I am here for a reason. I just don't know it yet. Thank you.
Laila, you are mute.
Oh yeah. Am I still mute? Oh my God, I couldn't speak. But it was really an emotional story. I feel like followed the story. I came to the story, and yeah, I believe Lolita, you have become stronger and stronger day by day. Wow, thank you for sharing. Whew. Now let's go to the second speaker, Marendra Dika, and he will be evaluated by Amelia from MBTC. I'm so sorry before for the first speaker. I forget to introduce the evaluator. Lolita Matos actually will be evaluated by Ronawati Wongso. Sorry, this is the human error. And for the second speaker, Marendra Dika will be evaluated by Amelia from MBTC. For Amelia, you can introduce the speaker. The screen is yours.
Thank you so much, Leila. So today I will evaluate Marendra Dika, and his project is researching and presenting. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research method and present well-organized and well-researched speech on any topic. Okay, for Marendra, his title is Social Media of Choice. Marendra Dika, Social Media of Choice.
Hello. Am I audible? Okay. For the timer, because I would like to present, I would like to say green if it is green, yellow if it is yellow, and red if it is yellow. If it is red. So that's why maybe I cannot see the timer because I have to present for this project. Thank you. Is that visible to each of you?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Is it visible? Can you see my presentation?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters who celebrate, now I would like to bring the social media of choice. This is one of the important today. In nowadays environments, everyone has a social media platform. Well, at least each of you has. Now, what is social media? In terms of definitions, social media is a website and application that enables users to create and share contents or to participate in social networking. And what about the messengers? Messengers is a message. It could be also a person who delivers the message. It's very straightforward. It is simple. Now, this is the social media. Wow. There are a lot of social media logos over there. Can you mention which will gonna be the top 3? Come on. Say The social media. Instagram again.
Twitter.
Facebook.
Twitter.
Okay, cool. And what about three that you use? Which of those three that you are using currently?
Instagram, Twitter, and
Cool.
YouTube.
Facebook,
Spotify.
Okay,
LinkedIn.
amazing. So
Instagram.
those are social media are already a lot in our nowadays history. So everyone, basically each of us has at least three. So it is your choice. It is your analysis to choose whether which one is best and suits with your needs. However, actually, to deliver this to the Toastmaster, I need 7 hours. But hey, it's impossible. By that time, you already sleep or already awake, by the way. Now, I have researched and it come up with the best three biggest social media by March 2021. Number three, it is Instagram. Number two is YouTube. And of course, the number one, Facebook until today. So what about Instagram? So Instagram actually a social media that you use to share photos, short videos, cinema, and photo for fun. But hey, nowadays Instagram is already involved. It's evolved, so it's not only used to share photos or short video, but also text and even video call. How amazing is it, right? And Instagram, it has more than 1 billion monthly active users. So basically, if you are Instagrammer like I am, so I am among those 1 billion people. So at the bottom, it's my Instagram. I already use Instagram very massively. I post 13,000, more than 13,000 photos, including short video inside it. And I use that also for my showcase and also side jobs. And now let's go to the second. It is YouTube. YouTube is a platform that you can share the video. It is up to you about the durations of the video. It can be 1 minute or less, but it can be more than an hour. It's up to you because this is the true platform to share the video. And then number two, YouTube has more than 2 billion active monthly users. So if you are YouTubers, so you are among those 2 billion people. So those are at the bottom is my YouTube channel. Actually, because editing video is not that easy as editing photos, so my posting on YouTube is not that lot, but I use YouTube not only to post the video. Okay, the number one, the Facebook. Definitely Facebook is the most famous social media in the world that it is. Facebook is using to share the photos, video, text, news, anything, basically anything. You can share all of the stuff through the Facebook by your own style. Yes, it is. And including now, the Facebook has a marketplace. You can sell anything that your product can be sold. So Facebook already evolved lots. The user of the Facebook is more than 2.7 billion monthly active users. It is the biggest one. So at the bottom, that's my YouTube page. So actually,
Timer
I
said
use
green.
my YouTube to speak anything, mostly ideas, future technology, and of course the politics. And have you wondered where's the WhatsApp, etc.? Well, actually, it's kind of different. WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, and Wechat initiated as a messengers platform. That's not social media because the appearance just different, the idea just different, but they are great to socially connected via internet. So let's get deeper into it. WeChat, it used to deliver text, picture, voice, video, and video call. It has more than 1 billion users. I use text, picture, voice, and video call, but To be honest to you, I already deleted my widget because it is overlapping with my WhatsApp and Facebook messengers. Now let's go
Timer
back to
say
the
yellow.
Facebook messengers. I deliver to text, picture, voice, and video call as well. It has more than 1.3 billion users. And also, of course, I used to deliver text, picture, voice, video, and video call. How about the WhatsApp? It is everyone application in its own mobile device or smartphone. Yes, it is the same text, voice, video call, and group video call. It has more than 2 billion people users. So have you made up your social media? Every social media has ups and downs. And finally, you have to conclude that your media, your social media must be the best. What I have presents to me is my best, my social media of choice. It is your turn to decide which of those is your social media of choice. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be worried or don't be nervous because there are thousands of social media.
Red.
Just check and see which one is best and suitable with yours. I give the control back to Tom. Thank you.
Wow, Marendra Dika. Well, actually, Marendra Dika's presentation relates to his hobbies. His hobbies are photography, videography, and cinematography. So, every one of you, if you want to help any party, if you need a videographer, don't forget to contact Marendra Dika. You can find his social media on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Okay? Okay, for the next one, for the last speaker is Whitaker, and he will be evaluated by Miranda, and his hobbies are making people cry, crushing people's dream while sitting on the couch. Well, to be honest, I was just surprised to see that hobbies. I feel like, wow, this is uncommon hobbies. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I will give the control to the evaluator, Miranda.
Yeah, mute.
So I need to present the project. All right. For this speech, Ben is doing his level 5 lead in any situation. This is a very special program because he had to do 6 months project to be able to do this. And the purpose of this project is for the member to apply the skills needed to successfully lead in a volunteering as a volunteer in an organization of his choice. So today he will deliver a speech that reflects on his or her experience, in his experience as a leader, and or the impact of the 360-degree evaluation. Okay, the speech title is Me or Not, and the time is 8 to 10 minutes. Back to you, Ben. Go for it. Let's give Ben a big hand of applause. Me or not, Benjamin Whittaker, me or not. Take it away, Ben.
Me! Me! Me, me, me. Me, 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 me. 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 Let me catch my breath. Okay, I'm good. Wait. Let's do it one more time. Me. Me. Most of our speeches in Toastmasters they're about us. And sure enough, this speech is supposed to be too. But I'm supposed to share about how awesome I was during our first ever Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club International Speech, Evaluation, and Table Topic contest with a course of how I can improve going forward. And with the help of the 360-degree evaluations. And of course, I'll get to that in a moment. But for the next 8 to 10 minutes, I'm going to talk about the experience that many of us already lived through. And I will say, I couldn't have done it without my team and how great our contest was. That's kind of the points. So allow me to be a little serious. And it's not like you guys have a choice because I'm the one talking. But here is the key. If you're going to be a good leader, you need to have great people around you. And to you do that, you're going to look good. And of course, for me, it's a little difficult to sometimes look good. But as contest chair, I did make it look pretty easy. With the course, the help from my team. Distinguished Toastmaster Natalie, Distinguished Toastmaster Pippet, Toastmaster Senny, Toastmaster Cecilia, Toastmaster Dini, Toastmaster Denny, Denny, got it. And of course, Toastmaster Melita. With this team, of course, plus judges 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I would not have been able to accomplish this task of being your contest chair without them. But real quick, let's take a real long look at this, not long, but short look at that list one more time. Right, again, Natalie, Pippin, Senny, Cecilia, Danny, Melita. And of course, again, Denny. It's a majority of women, right? That's the key to my whole plan. Who says ladies can't get shit done, right? So great job, ladies. Now, they all had me do, I had them do a 360-degree evaluation form to give me some helpful feedback. And let me give you guys a clue. These forms, they're super long. So if you're ever in this situation in the future, you really have to annoy people to get them done because they're long. And not everyone's going to do it at your time. So the information that I did gather, and of course, I'm not going to focus on how awesome I was because that would be boring. And you don't learn anything from that. But I will focus on how I can do to get better in the future. So I compiled everything and I came up with 6 tips that'll help me in the future. Number 1, Ben, can you create a Google Doc to centralize everything? Okay, good idea. I hate doing that, but that would have came in handy for my team. 2, Ben, many members of your team, English isn't their first language, so you got to be more considerate when you're communicating. Obvious. Okay, that's a good point though. Number 3, Ben, use more detailed responses when sending a message via text. Because again, if you're short, everything's about context. You got to be clear. All right, check. Number 4, Ben, you need to be more proactive when people start to wander and become distant. You got to be the drill sergeant. I wonder who came up with that one. Number 5, Ben, make a schedule for deadlines. That's a really good point. Now, lastly, number 6, Ben, use individual follow-ups. So like make a little love note and you put it inside someone's lunch saying that you really appreciate them. And fellas, that is a really good way to get to a woman's heart. Just don't be too stalkerish with the notes, I guess. And of course, these are all solid points and I will for sure 100% use them in my next project. How much time? That's around 5 minutes, I think. Oh crap, 3 more minutes to go. Okay, so let's fill up some time. Let me talk to you about my team. My drill sergeant, of course, the real leader of this whole project from day one was Pippin. Now, she guided me through every possible way from start to finish. As a chief judge, she kept me on task, gave me guidance, and never once said she was too busy to answer any questions or concerns I had. So without her in my corner, this contest doesn't really get done. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Natalie, she's not here at the moment, but she's been in my corner as a friend, a mentor through my crazy Toastmasters journey pretty much from like day one. And for example, she's the reason why I'm in this club to begin with, and one of the main reasons why I'm still in Toastmasters. And that reason mainly is I can't beat her in a speech contest, so that's my driving factor. Now, I like to believe, though, that our friendship, our mentor-mentee partnership, and our one-sided rivalry
Ben, are you off the grid?
I think he is missing.
Ben is off the grid.
It's okay. He was killing time anyway. He said he was under time. I think he probably secretly unplugged his Wi-Fi.
Oh my God. What a terrible.
Oh, did I get disconnected?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Oh, fudge. Where did I start at? Where'd you guys last hear?
It's about Natalie, if I'm not mistaken.
God.
Yeah, Natalie gone.
All right, so I'll just keep going. So, Senny, Deanie, amazing. So Cecilia, yes. I didn't really know Cecilia very well, but she helped no matter what I asked. So thank you so much, Cecilia. Melita, she's actually here, so that's helpful. She's my mentee. And I really think she has helped me more than I've actually helped her since her being a Toastmaster. So thank you, our Madam Timer. Appreciate that. And of course, Denny, the lone wolf male in this group. Now, if I have a question, thought, or request, he swoops in like a superhero and helps me whenever I need it. So thank you so much, Denny. And of course, it's the judge, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Near and far, it didn't stop them from accomplishing their tasks over a 2 weeks period to do this contest. So thank you to all 5 of you. And of course, more importantly, to all the participants and the members of this club. You guys really make it easy to keep coming back each Sunday. And selfishly and biased, of course, it was a great contest. So here's to many more contests to come. And remember, it's not about me. It's about all of you. So thank you, Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. Back to you, Tom.
Well done, Ben. Oh my God, what a humorous speech. I was laughing during your presentations. Ah, that's really lol. Okay, but for your information, guys, because Miranda has to go early, so she will evaluate Ben now. She
Sorry,
will evaluate.
can I get a few more minutes because I need to write my evaluation.
Yeah.
We'll go to table
Miranda,
topics.
is it okay after table topic session, or you just need like 3 minutes?
Miranda
Okay,
has
let
to
me
go
just
early.
give it. It may not be perfect, but as much as I can. All right. So we're not.
Your words of wisdom or experience, you'll be fine.
All right. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to start now. So let's get directly into it. Thank you, Ben, for opening the speech with a bang, and we were entertained thoroughly. I was looking at everybody. Everybody was just like, yeah, smiling, laughing, and chuckling, I bet. So you are excellent in that. I think this is a great experience for you to know how to connect with your audience. Yeah, and I'm going to, because this is quite a advanced project, I'm going to go more into what I think could be improved, right? So the first one, the project, the objective of this project is doing leading in an organization for 6 months or more. So my idea of that is that you're doing a work or a leadership project for a longer period. And somehow you talk about being a contest chair, correct? And that would be a pretty short period. And with that, I would think that the objective of the project has not been met. That is my opinion. So on that point, I would suggest that you would do a longer project to really meet the requirement of that project. That would be my suggestion. The shorter length of the contest chair period would probably fit another project that is in maybe level 4 or something like that. And then I hear a lot of yes, a lot of appreciation, a lot of commendation, and just it's a lot of gratitude towards all your team member. And it's you seem to want to stress that it was not about you. But in here, actually, I want to hear a little bit more like what is that experience that you have that we could use, or others who are doing that project or leading in any situation or in an organization, in a volunteer organization in this case, could use from your experience. So I would have liked to hear more about your wins and your challenges and your personal feelings about it, because I didn't hear much of that. I heard all the wonderful things that you were getting a lot of support, but what is it? Did you find any challenges? Did you find any something that you feel proud about? Let's say maybe because the contest was successful, or it was something that is, I would like to hear more about you. So in summary, I would think, in summary about what I just said, I would suggest to you to find a bit more balance. Yes, the gratitude, the appreciation is, and the recognition is extremely appreciated and wonderful. But what is it also that you gain for yourself from that? So in summary, for the evaluation right now, I really enjoyed your speech. If I just hear your speech and not looking at your object, I would be chuckling and I would be really relishing your style, your wit, and your entertaining skills, which I still have grown amazingly. And the two suggestions that I would like to give to you for this is, first, look again at the object. And I would say, if you really want to do this object, this project in depth and really understand what it really means to do this project, I would say do this project again. And when you're sharing about this project or the project, or whenever, if you do it again, or if you consider what you have done, have more balance between about other people, but also about you, because we want to hear from you personally, what is it that we can also use when we do this similar project. But all in all, you've grown so much, and I've seen a lot of growth in what you have been doing. And I believe that if you apply what I'm suggesting to you, your speech and then also your leadership skill would also grow with that. So thank you, Ben. Back to you. Is it Eric, General Evaluator?
No, back
Lila.
to me.
Oh, Lila, the Toastmaster of the meeting. Yes, Lila. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
with that,
thank you.
I bid you goodbye because I need to run already, jump to the other meeting. Thank you.
Thank
so
you,
much.
Miranda.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Miranda. Yeah, okay, guys. Now is the session. Now we will take the group pictures. So for one to leave, how? Can we take it now for the group photos?
Oh, okay. So everyone, please give your best pose. Okay, I
I
cannot
always
pose for
best, bro.
today.
What do you mean by the best?
Okay, so give your best pose. I cannot pose for today, but don't worry, I will take your picture. I will count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Let me check the picture first. Okay, it's okay. Okay, one more. One more, different pose. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. I think that's all from me, and I will give control back to Tom.
Okay, thank you, Purwontolin. Now we will go to the next section, that is table topic session. I think this is the most enjoy part where member or non-members of Toastmaster can practice their public speaking while thinking, because the system is impromptu questions and the chosen speaker will give the impromptu speech. And now I will give the control to our table topic master for Vivi Amaliawati. The screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Laila. Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters. My name is Vivi. I will be topic masters of today's meetings. For those who are new, table topic session is Toastmaster tradition intended to help members develop their ability to organize their thoughts quickly and respond to an impromptu question or topic. Here, guests are welcome to join. As topic masters, I will call on respondents at random. Your response should express your thoughts clearly and briefly, lasting in 1 until 2 minutes. Don't forget to pin the timer to indicate the sign. 1 minute as green, 1.5 as yellow, and 2 minutes as red. Don't forget to use the word of the day, that is prank, as many as you can. Now, who wants to be the first volunteer?
Fatma, raise her hand, Fatma.
Okay, Toastmaster Fatma.
Yes.
Okay, you will be the first volunteer. The topic is related to April Fool. Okay, Toastmaster Fatma, here's the question for you. What is your reaction if someone makes a fool on you? What is your reaction if someone makes a fool on you? Toastmaster Fatma in 1 until 2 minutes.
What is my reaction if someone makes a fool on me? I think I will be really mad and angry to that person, because when someone makes a fool on me, I feel stupid. Why? Why should you do that for me? However, after they explain why they do that, I think I will laugh so hard that I guffaw, because I think it will be a good reason when someone makes a fool on me. I hope that when it happens, they do it for fun. They do it because they want to get to know me better. They do it because they want to be closer with me, to be just friends with me, not because they make fun of me, not because they're angry with me so that they make fun of me. No, make fool of me. No. I believe my friends are really good people and they do not make fool on me. And if they do, I believe they are really, really close friends that they can do so many unbelievable things that we can do. For example, some of my friends can just take me and throw me to the pool because of making fun, for example. But that's fine because I know them and they know me. So I will not be that angry. But if the person is someone whom I don't even know and then they make fool on me, I will be questioning a lot. Why do they even do that? Is it for fun? Is it for making advantage of me? I believe that if someone does something, there will be a good reason in that, even if it's like only for fun, but there must be a reason, okay? And if someone makes a fool on someone, especially on me, at least there will be a good reason. even if it's only for fun. And if they are my friends, I will appreciate their effort because they want to make fun with me, to be fun together. So I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fatma. That's a wise answer. I like that. Now, who will become or who will be the second volunteer? Can I ask Purwanto?
Daryl is raising his hand.
Yeah.
Daryl.
Daryl, okay, Daryl. Here's the questions to you. Okay, Daryl. It takes courage to make a fool on yourself. It takes courage to make a fool of yourself. So, Daryl, in 1 until 2 minutes.
Yeah. So sometimes I want to make the funny moments with my friends, and so that's why sometimes I make full things can make my friend can be loving. So sometimes I make a full things like when I uh, eat without spoon or fork, and then my friends uh, always uh, loving for me, and then I try to make the condition can be fun. And before I want to make a joke or something full, I always try to think about the effect or uh, the how to can do that. So when I want to do that, my friends always try to make me feel down. And when my friends make me feel down, I try to confidence and try to make him or her can be loving, because I think the most important thing in my life, I can make someone can be happy. So that's why I always make a funny joke, and I will make a funny video, because if I make a funny video, my friends can loving me, and he can remember all of my joke. So when I see my friend love when I make a joke, I feel very happy because I can make him or her can be happy, and then he will he will ask me to do the joke again, and I will have a courage to become a funny person. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Darren. That's a nice sharing. Can I have one more volunteer? Wants to be the volunteer? Maybe our GE, Toastmaster Eric.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay. Here's the question to you. It's a quote by Edward. A fool flatters himself, a wise man flatters the fool. A fool flatters himself, a wise man flatters the fool. Toastmaster Eric in 1 until 2 minutes.
Every year in Washington, D.C., there's a press conference at the White House. The president arrives, and there's usually a comedian that roasts the president. And the comedian can make an absolute fool of the leader of the free world, as we say. Well, one year, when Obama was president, he was roasting a member of the audience who happened to be a real estate mogul. And he said what would happen if Trump became president. And he showed a picture on the wall of the White House that had gold pillars and it looked like a royal palace. And he was completely making fun of Trump, who had spoken about wanting to become president. And so what happened? Some people say that Trump was invigorated by this complete humiliation that he experienced at the White House press corps dinner, and it actually fueled him to run for president. And so when I read this quote, which I wish was still up here, because I have no idea what it was, but it reminds me of this instance of where Trump went around for 4 years making a complete fool of himself as he talked about how wonderful he was, and he can't see any of his own blind spots. And in my view, of course, this is my own bias because I happen to be a Democrat, my view was that the wise man, President Obama, really made a fool of the fool. But it really kicked him in the butt because it ended up transferring power to the opposite party. Now, in retrospect, 4 years later, people, and at least people from my perspective, say Trump did make America great again. He destroyed the Republican Party. So even though people see this shirt and they think, oh my God, he must be a Republican, this is my attempt as a Democrat to reclaim my patriotism. Thank you.
Thank you. That's interesting sharing from Toastmaster Eric. Now I have the request. Next, we still have time. So next will be Gede.
All right, let me try, Fifi. Thank you.
Okay, Gede. So this is your topic. Please don't forget to use the word of the day as many as you can. Toastmaster Gede, what is April Fool means to you? What is April Fool means to you? Toastmaster Gede in 1 until 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you, Fifi. April Fool, for me, that's like a surprise for me because April is my birthday, but actually it's not the beginning of April. It is in the middle of April. But yeah, instead of my April birthday, my college, my friend usually give me surprise pranks in the beginning of April. So I don't need to receive any prank anymore when I celebrate my birthday in the middle of April. For me, yeah, April Fools is yeah, positive thing. Sometimes it makes like yeah, bit inconvenient for me, but I believe my friends, all of my friends is very good people. For me, making other happy is a good thing for me. And as long as yeah, that's a positive things, I never upset and never angry. For me, making other happy is beautiful thing. It's a good thing, making others laughing and yeah, release their tension because yeah, we are in professional circumstance. We are working as consultant. Sometimes a lot of stress, and by giving pulls to others and making everybody laughing, that's I think it's a good things. That's the way they release their tension, and also for me, that's the way to release my tension. So the full means for me is like birthday surprise because my birthday in April. That's yeah, for me that is usual and good things. Thank you.
Wow, that's nice sharing. Thank you very much, Gede. Okay, Gede is the last volunteer for the table topic session. Thank you very much to all of you. And now I return back to Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Laila.
Okay, thank you so much. So I will ask for the time report for the table topic sessions. Lita, can you give a report? Lita?
Laila, Lita put it in the chat box, but she can also say it. Go ahead, Lita.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that all speakers are eligible for the timing I already put in the chat box. Okay, that's all my report.
Okay,
Back to
thank
you,
you,
Laila.
Lena. Okay, thank you so much. Well, I think we have done this second session. Now we are going to the third session, that is evaluation session. For the first evaluator will be...
Please call the GE. Thank you.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh my God, sorry. I'm so nervous, so I forget it. This is not my job, but the general evaluator. I'm sorry, Eric. I'm sorry. So
I'm
for
glad
the...
someone. Do I
Yeah,
have the floor?
yeah. For
Okay,
Eric, the screen is yours.
thank you. We already heard from Miranda on Ben's speech. And who I don't know, I want to thank whoever pointed out it was my turn to speak, because we do it differently in my club and I was lost again like I was a couple of days ago. So our first speaker, topics. Could I please have our first speaker's evaluator to the stage?
Rona Watson.
Yes, I'm Rona.
Yes.
So I'm
Yes.
evaluating Lolita.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Eric. Lolita, thank you very much for opening up yourself and telling about your story. In such a short time, you tell us from when you were a child until you are today. And it's really concise, but it really get the gist of who you are. So we could understand or know about your struggle and how you are today. So I see that I really like about your story, because this is like about you. So you share about your personal story to tell. And then secondly, it was really emotional, because you really into your story. And sometimes it's difficult for us to invoke this emotion. But I think you did it very well, because that is your life and you really tell about your struggle. So we really see that it was very difficult for you to continue with your story, because you get really emotional. And I would say congratulations on being able to do it. And if you could repeat that in your future story, that would be very, very good. Because I think the storytelling part in Toastmaster, we try to invoke emotion from the audience by telling and sharing our story. So well done. And then the third one is that you can put such a long story of your life into a nutshell. And we really get the gist, like within this 5 to 6 minutes, we really get the whole thing. So that was not an easy job to do. So congratulations on doing it, Lolita. If I could suggest for your next speech, so you can do better in your future speech, I think the first one is if you could slow down on your speech, because I noticed that you speak very fast. I think give the audience a little bit time to breathe and to digest of what you say, because then we could understand more, because we need time, because there are so much emotion, so much story, and so much to tell, and you speak it very fast. So some of us probably do not catch it well. Yeah. And then second of all, if you can have a good eye contact. So look at the camera, and you did it very confident, but if possible, look at the camera, maybe practice more by practicing more, so you don't have to look at your note a lot of times, so you can have a better eye contact with your audience. So, but overall, Lolita, thank you very much for sharing your story with us. You have done very well with opening, with very emotional and sharing your personal story and put it in a very concise manner. And you need to improve on your pace of speaking and also on your eye contact. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for the wonderful eval. Let's have, you know what, since I wasn't taking notes on the actual speakers, I don't even have them listed here. So let's have our third speaker, Evaluator.
It's in your chat box, Eric.
I'm ADD. I have trouble with all this. I don't know how you do this with kids.
That's okay.
Amelia
Now it's Amelia.
evaluates Marendra.
Okay, thank you so much. Is it already my time, right? Okay, Toastmaster Marendra. Choice of social media. Marendra is successfully present the purpose of his project, which is researching and presenting. I believe we could get a new information about many kind of social media by hearing of his speech. I like two things from his speech. The first is he used PowerPoint to make the presentation clearer. And I like the PowerPoint itself because it's really point the idea of what you want to explain. And also it's what I like, only a few text and many pictures. The second, what I really like is the spirit, how you delivering your speech. And I feel that you feel very relaxed when you do it. So it's really great. And the third is really great explanation about social media and chatting platform is really clear. So we know what's the difference between social media and chatting platform. And maybe one suggestion before starting the speech, because you use the PowerPoint and you ask the timer to use the verbal notice, I might suggest you to tell the timer before you do the speech so you won't lose the time to explain it. And one thing to improve about your speech, since we talk about social media of choice, maybe you can add a topic about which actually social media that suitable for us, whether based on our necessity. For example, Rendra, your job is photographer, so you like to take a picture, and Instagram will be the suitable social media for you. Or like if you promoting something, Facebook or social media will be suitable for you. So, or like me, if you like to read or know something about sarcasm opinion, you can use Twitter. So how you pick social media not only based on your job, but only by your character, something like that. So at the end, we know clearly how to pick our best choice of social media. Okay, overall, I like your speech, really great, really have the spirit, and I know you enjoy it a lot. Can't wait to hear more of your speech again in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Amelia. And as I said, Miranda already gave our, let's give her a hand, please. Miranda already gave our evaluation of Ben. And I believe we're going to go back to our Tom because I'll come at the end of the meeting with
Nope.
my report. No?
Timers and the ballot counter, and then you go into your
Okay.
evaluation.
Okay, so
And
timer
I am as
report.
well.
Let's hear from the timer, Lita.
All right, all evaluators are eligible to be voted. Back to you, Eric.
And ballot
Great,
counter.
quick and concise. Ballot counter?
Okay, everyone, can you see the ballot? And yeah. So you can pick, you can vote for the best speaker.
And you can always choose yourself. No one knows.
Yes. And also for the Tom and Double Topic Master, you can also vote because I already withdraw your co-host position. just for this moment. So don't worry. Okay, so I think I need to wait for 10 more seconds. So I will count it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Okay, the polling is closed.
Thank you so much for that. We will get the winners at the end of the meeting. And the counter, can we have your report, please?
Puspita, you're still muted. Still muted.
I will share the screen. Wait. So, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So there are two parts here. For the first speech, Laila, you did two so, four yeah, one now, four and, three okay, five a, one two repeat word. Gede, you did six yeah, one but, four 10 Eric, you did one so, one now, one and, one and three repeat word. Lolita, you did one so, one and, one one and one repeat word. Miranda, you did two so, two yeah, two and, 12 one one repeat word. Ben, you did four so, one now, one and, one okay, one you know, one Marendratika, you did five so, two now, one but, one okay, one actually, one basically, and one and three repeat word. Daryl, you did two so, three and, three 16 two repeat word. Fifi, no, zero. Amelia, two so, one and, one okay, one or, one five Pipit, you did two Ronawati, you did three so, two and six Lita, you did one okay and one repeat word. Fatma, you did two so, one and, two one and one repeat word. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Puspita.
I didn't have any repeated words. I don't know what you're talking about.
What was that? I have like all these notes that I'm trying to make sense of. Last time I did it on laptop and I had trouble with that. Now I'm having notes and I'm having trouble with that.
Grammarian.
Are you laughing at me?
Delta Airlines, which is based in Atlanta, publicly criticized Georgia's new
Grammarian.
restrictive voting laws. And you know
What's
you messed
from
up
Ben?
when
Ben,
Delta
there's
is
a
letting
background sound from you.
I think that's his prank. His prank. That was his prank. Yeah, Ben did a prank. So our grammarian, please give us our grammarian report.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, all right. Yes, I would like to share the report of me being the grammarian, I was stumbled upon what really happened there because of the voice, and then I was like, okay. All right, so grammarian report for this Bhinneka Toastmasters meeting. It is an honor for me to be the grammarian, and here we go. First, I noticed some things on the awkward usage of English. The first thing is its means. Because the verb is means, we do not need the to be, so it should be it means. So if you don't mind, you can repeat after me so we can learn together. Okay, it means.
It means.
It means.
Yeah,
Means.
cool. It
It
means.
means.
It means. Thank you.
It means.
Yeah, it's like who knows, or it describes. So do not put the to be when the sentence already has the verb in a present tense. Okay. Next, we have a reasons. When something is plural, you do not need to put a in front of it. But if it's a singular, do not have s by the end of the noun. So either it is a reason or a lot of reasons. So bear in mind that sometimes maybe we have a lot of s in everything. So but somehow it can be misleading. But we can learn to improve that. Just make sure that you can distinguish between singular and plural. So whether it is a reason or a lot of reasons, many reasons. Okay, it's different. Next, actually. Maybe this could be part of the counter. However, I would like to highlight on actually because I noticed that Indonesian do a lot of actually when it is not needed to use actually. For example, in this presentation, actually I have this and that. You are telling us about a fact and you do not need to use actually that there. So I just want to highlight that actually is a good word, but you do not need to use it a lot of, to use it too many times, okay? To make it efficient and also to make it better. All right, next, enjoy part. It should be enjoyable part because the part is the noun and enjoy should be the adjective. So it becomes enjoyable part. All right, next we have takes courage. The written expression was takes courage. I think the speaker just forgot to mention the s by the end of the verb. So make sure that it takes courage. Okay. In English, it's really important to really notice the s at the appropriate place. Okay. And then next we have try to confidence. Maybe the speaker would like to say try to feel confidence or try to feel confident, try to be confident. So don't forget if you have to as a preposition in before a verb, don't forget the verb, okay? Because confidence is a noun. And then next we have repeated words that was said repeat words. Again, I think it's the same with as case that you need to really pronounce if it's repeated to have that it and just like I wanted, I decided, it shows that you have a past form. And in this case, it will be better to have repeated words. But in this case, the repeated is an adjective to define that the word is repeating. Okay. Next, we have mispronunciation. The first one is emotional. I noticed that the person said it as emotional, so it should be emotional. And I put this thing, the something that maybe people do not really know how to read it, because when you open a dictionary or an online Google Translate, it will be seen this kind of thing. But I think it's much better if you just try to click the sound, the button that will give you the sound so that you know how to pronounce it properly. So yeah, for emotional, it is emotional. No, okay. And then the next we have evolve. Evolve. Okay, maybe you can also try to say it with me, please.
Evolve.
Evolve.
Cool.
Evolve.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Next, we have easy. I remember the person said it easy. I think some of my friends in Europe also say easy instead of easy, but we use z in the easy word. So bear in mind that it should be easy. Okay. Next, we have socially. Do you mind to say it with me? Socially.
Socially.
Socially. Yeah.
Socially.
So socially. It's not socially. It's like emotional. Socially. So it's an A sound in the A. Socially. Okay. Next, we have connected. Connected. Do you mind to say it? Connected.
Connected.
Connected. Correct.
Connected.
It's like continue. So the CO, instead of saying connected, yeah, it should be connected. Connected, continue. So the way I also learn English is to use different words that has synonym in terms of the pronunciation, so that you can have an association in your mind that I know that this sounds connected or continue. It sounds the same in terms of the CO at the beginning. Next, we have humorous. Do you mind to say it? Humorous. Humorous. Cool. Humorous. Good. Thank you. And then next we have laughing. It can be laughing or laughing. Laughing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Laughing.
And cool. That's really good. Of course. I'm sorry. Okay. So do not get confused with loving, because loving means love. Yeah. It's different. But this one is in between la and le. So it's laughing. Cool. Brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Next we have early. Early. Cool. Yeah. Early. Yeah. Good. Thank you. And then develop. Not, yeah. Not develop, but develop.
Sorry, I think it's develop.
Yeah, maybe it's kind of British American, but
yeah, okay.
Google Translate says develop. All right.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that. I'm really sorry. Okay, cool. Next we have courage. Yeah, the G sound, it sounds like cabbage, but it's courage. Okay. Next we have colleague. Instead of college, it's colleague. Yeah, it's different G sound. Yeah, thank you so much. And okay, I think that's all with the mispronunciation. I think you learned a lot with me, and I also learned with you, from you as well. So thank you so much. Next, we have new words or phrases that I noted down, because I think there are these words are some kinds of fancy words, or the words that I don't really get quite frequently. So I chose them as new words or phrases. The first one is underprivileged. It means a person that does not enjoy the same standard of living or rights as the majority of people in society. It can be the people who lives on the street, or street kids, or people with adversity, people with the standard economic lower than the other people. So it can be said underprivileged people. Okay, so the word is underprivileged. Next, we have far away land. It means lying at a great distance, remote. It's really, really far. Next, we have cease, bring or come to an end. It can also mean terminate or conclude. So it's an end of something, but it is a verb, ceased. And then we have my calling. When someone says it is my true calling, it means that that person is really passionate about it. It is something that they will do, whether they get paid or not for doing it, because it is their true calling. And for me, my true calling is sharing about scholarship, even though my job is a software engineer. Okay. Next, we have meant to be together. I like this phrase because it means you two should be together ever, forever, no matter if you are a couple or just into each other. Meant to be together means you are just for that person, meant to be together, the both of you. Next, we have triathlete. I hope I pronounce it correctly. Triathlete. It is someone who completes in a triathlon. So the sport name is triathlon, meaning that that person competes in competition, in a sport competition that consists of swimming, riding a bicycle, and running. Can you imagine how tiring it is to run, to do this triathlon thing? I think it's not really common in Indonesia, but I believe that in overseas people do this a lot, especially in Australia. And then next we have, I give it a shot. It is an idiomatic phrase, which means try or attempt something. I would like to try that. But instead of saying that, you say, I give it a shot, which sounds really fancy because it doesn't mean the real thing. It doesn't mean that you will shoot someone, no, but it means that you would like to try it. And then next we have get the gist, which also means, this one means you just take the essence or the main point or the summary. For example, you can spare me the details and just give me the gist of the conversation. So you just give me the main points, get the gist. Okay, I think that's all. However, I have the word of the day and I counted that. The first one, hang on, our word of the day is prank. And I noticed that some of the people mentioned it at the beginning. So we have Eric who mentioned it twice, and then Lita once, and then Laila 5 times, and then that's it. I think that's all. I'm really sorry if I took a lot of your time, but it was really fun to share about the grammatical things in a Toastmasters meeting. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's super grammarian.
Cannot hear you, Eric.
Cannot hear you, Eric.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
we can.
Great. I was GE a couple days ago at MBTC, and I was trying to take notes on my laptop, and it was really hard to figure out what was going on. And today I was trying to do it, and it's also hard. So I'm still learning this role. Thank you for your patience. This is what Toastmasters is all about. It's about getting in there and messing up and learning. So thank you for helping me learn. So I'm just going to take it from the top. As hard as I did to try to keep track of different roles that popped up here and there. First of all, a great meeting. It was worth getting up at 4:30 in the morning here in Colorado. And it's much easier now that it's daylight savings time because I used to get up at 3:30. A quick note to the Zoom host. I didn't realize until recently that I could switch to gallery view. And it would be nice if we remind people that they can do that, because even for whether you're the speaker or the listener, it's kind of nice to see the whole audience. And if in the past, I was stuck just watching the speaker and the timer. And then when I was giving speeches, I would just be seeing the timer and I didn't get the feedback from the audience. So maybe the Zoom host could remind people to switch to gallery view if they want to. Another thing that the Zoom host can do is recommend that the audience can, or the speaker especially, can slide the picture that they're looking at right up under their camera. And that gives us a chance to look right at the camera. Right now, I've got my picture under my camera, and that helps me see what's going on, but it still looks like I'm looking at you. And the third one is please remind, the Zoom host can please remind people to include their name as well as their title, because there's a couple times I needed someone's name and all I saw was their title. So it's good to have both. Puspita, our all counter, great job. You fulfilled your duty well. I would like to recommend that you maybe learn the script. It's a short piece and it's something that you can do without reading it, and maybe even use your own words. What we do in my club here in Colorado, this just started recently, we use a background for the ah counter, and whenever there's a mistake, they just flash the background, and that gives us immediate feedback on what we're doing. And I'll get, that was from the beginning of the meeting. I'll get to the reports at the end. Fatma, you had great eye contact. Your use of language was natural. I like not a geek. And you might want to consider putting the word of the day in your title. You can rename yourself and include the word of the day. That'll help us remember it to use it. Melita, our timer, great job again. You did the job well. You might consider using a table, since we have, in a live meeting, it wouldn't be worth putting a visual up, but in a Zoom meeting, you can share the screen and have a table with the different times of the different speeches. It's easier to digest and it's quicker to get through that piece. Might save a few seconds. Just an idea. And I didn't think it was necessary for our, even when we're sharing a screen, the speaker can see the timer if it's pinned. So there's no reason, I don't think, to have the verbal reminder. Let me know if I'm wrong. Punuatu. I like your use of natural language. And I wrote down, please include name and title. But I don't remember. If I figure what that means, I'll let you know. Okay, let's move on to table topics. Fatma, I loved your smile and you were very relatable. The tone of voice was just great. I would like you to maybe think of using a specific story when you've got a few seconds, and you can take time. The timer doesn't start until you begin speaking. So try to think of a specific story that you can include that'll give us a little more way to relate. Daryl, I just really felt an authentic sharing. I loved your emphasis on fun and loving, and we got to know who you were. And what you might just do is move the camera up a little bit. If you have a laptop, put a couple boxes under, like I'm doing here. You can see I've got my boxes set up on my table, and that brings the camera up to my eye level. So that would help improve your eye contact. Gede, happy birthday. It's my birthday this month too. I like that relatableness with the story. And that also, like Daryl, you like to make others happy and fun. So we got to know you a bit as a person. Great eye contact. You seemed comfortable. Thank you. And for the TTM, Fifi, did I say your name right? Yeah. I liked how you reminded people to use the word of the day, even in the middle of your presentation. Share questions for grammar on topic. Sometimes I write notes and I have no idea what I was thinking. But you had great questions. And oh, I remember. There was a grammatical error in your first question. So what I'd recommend you do is run it by someone else before you actually present, so you get at least one more opinion on the use of your questions, especially if you're writing your own. I often just Google the questions, so I really appreciate that you wrote your own questions. For the Tom, this is your first time as Tom. Excellent job. I liked the transitions between speakers. You really did a good job of saying thank you to the one and then moving on to the next. I loved the spontaneous way you spoke. At the beginning, you made a mistake. I think you forgot to introduce the evaluator, but you owned it. You were like, you apologized and you were lighthearted about it. That was really great. After speaker 2, you were kind of promoting the speaker by talking about his Instagram. Good job. Miranda, even though she's not here, I would just like to say, and for the record, we're recording this, maybe she will see it. I liked that even though she didn't use the sandwich model, she didn't spend much time up front talking about the pluses. She justified it. She told us that she had something important to say, and Ben already knows he's a great speaker, so she wanted to give some valuable feedback. My mouth is getting dry. It's also for Miranda, she's really good at giving that hard to hear feedback, like do this over, you can do it, because of the not meeting the objective. Many people wouldn't notice that, but because she's an expert, she's going to hold you to task. And I like that she used the call to action, the wins, the challenges, the personal feelings. She really gave some specific advice. And I would just suggest that maybe she adjust her camera height. She had a lot of space over her head. And so that's just the only thing I have for her. Melita was the timer. Did I mention this? Consider a table for the times. I think I did mention this page. Functionaries, Puspita. Your ums were very detailed. I don't know if that's the way this group runs, but it seemed a bit too much to me. You pulled it off well. You did a good job of what you did, but it can be overwhelming for people who have a lot of, as I just demonstrated, it can be overwhelming to have all that information. So maybe consider chatting those specific details to everyone if you have the time, and maybe call out the people who really did well, maybe the top 5 or people who had a clean slate. The grammarian Fatima, great graphics and great explanation of the, great example of the explanations. I prefer as a teacher to focus on the correct version. I noticed that at one of those areas you had the incorrect, but what that does, it reinforces the wrong or the incorrect model. So it might be better to have both. Like what I do is I do 2 columns and I have what was incorrect and what was correct. Maybe say the incorrect once and maybe say the correct one twice so that we get reinforcement in the way that it should be done. I loved that you had us repeat the mistakes, corrected. That was good practice for everyone. And the phonetic alphabet. I think people, even if they don't know it, can kind of figure it out because they hear you say it and they see the phonetic alphabet and they get used to it. That's very helpful. And the new words and phrases, that was new to me. Maybe this is because there's many non-native English speakers in the room. What in my club, we usually do beautiful uses of language. So maybe just to include a couple places where people had a catchy turn of phrase or a metaphor or and what that does is it encourages us to think beyond our basic vocabulary, not just new words, but beautiful words. So that's my only feedback there for that one. And Evaluator 1, there's a little bit out of order, I think, because Miranda went earlier. Ranawati, did I say that name right? Evaluating Lolita. You really evoked emotion. You asked, oh, this is what you said. Okay, asking her to slow down. You said just what I would say. You really picked up on the important pieces. And the one thing that I would have suggested is maybe to play with the lighting before, but I'm sure she figured that out. So maybe you knew that. And Amelia, again, you picked out exactly what I would have said. In fact, I did take notes on this one. There was one piece that you said differentiate the purpose, the job, and the character. I thought that was really especially good. The thought I had was that kind of know your audience. And one of the things I'm actually experimenting on in my next speech with my club is I'm going to actually be polling my audience. So I really know what they need. Normally the GE doesn't evaluate specific speeches, but occasionally we'll see something that was missing. And I would say really know your audience because I thought a little bit of your information was everyone knew. So that I think is my full report. I hope I didn't talk too quickly. And thank you for a great meeting. Back to our Tom.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you for our evaluation for tonight. So let me call our ballot counter to announce our best speaker, best table topic, and best evaluator for tonight.
Okay, so let me add my spotlight for myself. Okay, hello everyone. So this is for the announcing moment. I hope all of you can unmute your microphone because we need to share our spirit and we want to cheer up the person. Yeah.
Cheer, cheer. Congratulations.
Okay. So let me start with, I forget, maybe table topic. Okay, so what happened? Okay, this one, Toastmaster Eric Johnson.
Oh, congratulations, Mr. Eric Johnson.
So
Eric,
the Democrat, Eric.
The President of the United States.
Okay, let
take
me
photo
take a picture.
first. Take photo.
Yeah, take a picture of him. Wait a minute. I need to remove myself. Yeah. Okay. Can someone help taking picture? Because in my side,
I can.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Okay.
You gotta switch the.
It seems that
it's Lila's picture now, so you gotta switch
present
back.
somebody else. Yeah. It's somebody else.
Okay, done.
Okay, Purwanto, I actually cannot because of your screen sharing. So only you can do it.
Purwanto, you gotta switch the slide back to Eric's slide, by the way, too.
Okay, so wait a minute. Let me try again.
Technical issues.
Not 1 minute, please. 10 seconds.
What is it? From the current? No, still cannot. Yeah.
This is when the photographer says smile, and then he's fiddling with the camera, and everyone's smile is frozen. You know that?
Okay. Wait.
It's
Let me
okay for
figure it out.
just share it. We can
Mhm.
edit it. So I'll just take the photo.
Okay.
Post-production.
We already have a best Eric Vic Johnson photo, so
This is our morning
Thank you.
sunlight rise light coming in.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Yes.
Got it?
All right.
Okay,
Yay,
thank
Eric.
you. Thank you, everyone.
Yay!
So next, the best. Wait, this one. Sorry, the best evaluator first. The best evaluator is Toastmaster
Gurana is my
Rota.
mentor.
Yeah, Ronawati Wongso. Please turn on your video,
Congratulations.
and Mbak Pipit will have to take a picture. Okay,
Got it?
Mbak Pipit.
Yes.
Okay, got it. And the last, the best speaker, Toastmaster Ben.
Yay! My mentor. Woohoo!
I have no idea how Ben got won that one, but okay. 1, 2, 3. Got it.
I didn't vote.
Okay.
I didn't vote for myself, by the way.
Okay, thank you. And beside all those best speaker, we also have the first timer.
Go back.
Toastmaster Railatul Hasana. Thank you for being the Tom.
Yes. I'll take
And
photo.
yeah, congratulations for your first time being a Tom.
1, 2, 3. Ta-da. Got it.
Thank you.
Okay, got it. And what else we have? Wait, I
Oh,
think we
my.
have one more.
Yes, our lovely icebreaker.
Yes, icebreaker. This one. Can I share?
Yes, icebreaker, Lolita.
All right, Lolita.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Congratulations, Toastmaster
Lolita
Lolita.
married Matters.
Thanks. Got it.
Okay, thank you.
Nice view,
Okay,
Eric.
This
that's
is our
all my
sunrise.
duty. I will give control to the Tom or to the Vice President of Education. Up to you guys.
All right, rock, paper, scissors. I'll take it. Yes. Okay. Lila, great job on your first time being Tom. Fantastic. And thank you all for staying because we're 20 minutes over. So, you know, when we have thorough evaluators, that's what happens. Trust me, I'm the same way. I like to talk. Yep. Go away, Fifi. Leave. Go eat dinner with your husband. Yes, she's gone. Okay. That was a private message. She's like, my husband's waiting for me. Then go. Right? You're not stuck. Anyways, I want to again thank Lolita. This is her first time speaking to us. And a lot of times, like as I say to a lot of people, that speaking is very therapeutic. If you can kind of get up in front of somebody, which is hard to do already, and then spill out your guts and feelings, it's a good way to kind of help move on and keep it going. But also it inspires other people. So thank you, Lolita, for being brave enough to one, stand up in front of us and share your words. So keep doing it.
Thank you.
That means you have to come back and
I
give us
will.
more.
I will.
Don't just, okay, excellent. Eric, thank you from Colorado. Again, great job. And again, it's all about learning and getting better. I would just say, look at your chat box, okay? I send you a lot of helpful messages. I don't want to be talking to a brick wall. And our guests, again, grammarian, our timer, our Zoom and ballot counter. I was going to say Zoom host and ballot counter. There we go. And our counter. You guys all came in the last second and helped this club out. Thank you so much. And again, a club contest, you know, most speakers don't get to defend themselves, but I didn't have any problems at all. That's why I didn't talk about them. It was the easiest thing in the world because my team that I put together made it so easy. So that's what's about being in a club that helps so well. Anyways, you guys did great. So thank you very much again. And I'll see you guys next week, and I'll just put out other stuff later. Obama roasting Trump. Yes, watch it.
If you missed it, the video's in the chat. It's hilarious.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check it out.
all right, everyone,
We'll watch
have a
it
great,
after this.
great day
Bye,
and a great
everyone.
morning, and I'll see you maybe next week.
Lolita, did you get my chat?
Daryl's already gone. Good day. Oh, hold up. Keep going. What? Go ahead,
Lolita,
Eric.
did you see my chat?
I'm looking. Is it towards the end?